Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be 3 War Machine battle reports at 50 points. And really, for these gaming nights that we have in my place, we're trying to do this thing now where we're practicing the 2-list system. You know, a lot of times for casual games, it's like, oh yeah, grab a list and have some fun. But we're really trying to encourage still taking 2 lists just so that you're not wasting any time with bad matchups. Now, for this one here, I'm working on my eCaine and eStryker. They're the 2 ones I really want to be paired for the tournaments coming up, but I'm still trying to iron out these lists. So I'm not going to go over the list with this. You should have seen it when I was scrolling down, but I'm just trying to finish off those last few points there. Now, in the first game here, we had a new player came out. He's been playing for a long time, but I guess normally he plays at 25 or 35 points, so 50 will be pretty new for him. Plus, I guess in his gaming group, he has no Cygnar. This will be like his second or third game of Cygnar he said he's ever played. So this could be a little bit of a surprise for him, but against Hordes, I always like taking eCaine because eStryker can go in. You do some transfers, and the assassination fails. His 2 casters were Grayle and eBaldur, and he actually wanted to go against the Stormwall because he's never faced a Stormwall, so it kind of worked both ways. And on his side, he actually decided to go with Grayle. Now, Grayle, I've only ever fought once, and I got kind of surprised after I killed the whole force, and he kind of sidestepped to my caster and killed me. But I know his feat is giving his whole army stealth, which won't really help him against eCaine. With True Sight, I can just go and shoot him down anyway. This is a point where, again, I'm probably wishing I had the 2 points to put on the dude onto the gun mages, but I'm always wanting to put that in other solos, so I should be okay though. So looking at the mission here, it's process of elimination. It's kill box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 point for controlling a zone, 2 points for dominating a zone, and then you get 1 for destroying the objective, and you can't score in the zone until you get the objective. Now on his side, what he's going to be going on with his Grayle is he's going to have a stalker. He's going to have the old Gorax there. He's going to have the big stone guy, a couple of trees. He's going to have the Lord of Feast. He's going to be having the stones with UA, the skinwalkers with UA, the druids. He's going to have a whole bunch of dudes. But the main thing looking at this here is I really like that the battle group is so far on the right. I went first, and then he went to counter me. But really, my big thing here is I just want to kill one of those stones. I want to kill the Lord of Feast, and then just start shooting things down. As long as I kind of stop him from scoring on the right side, that's all I really need. Meanwhile, I should be able to start scoring on the left to force his hand, and then go for the assassination. So I get first turn, I allocate 1 to the Stormwall, everything kind of runs up. I have True Sight and Arcane Shield up, and now I have one of my Rangers up there just trying to bait out that Lord of Feasts. I could have got up further with the Long Gunners, but I'm scared of that guy, right? He comes flying in, he hits everything with a Thresher. It's really bad news, so I'm really trying to be careful there. On his side, he really didn't move very far. He moved up a little bit. The Lord Feast didn't come at me at all. He's still holding back. He has his battle group going into the woods there. But for the most part, yeah, he's not really rushing up to me. And now all of a sudden, that's now gives me the chance to take out the things I don't like. So to me, that Lord of Feast has to go down, and then I'm going to feel a lot more secure about this. So that's pretty much all I really get done. I don't allocate anything. The Stormwall is going to go up, put up its cover fire. The Rangers are up there. They did a little bit of shooting into one of the Skinwalkers, but really I just went up with Caine, started shooting, and I actually got some pretty bad dice. I really hoped I'd be able to shoot a little bit more after, and I even had to make it so I couldn't gate crash back after. I had to use pretty much all my stack, but really looking at the board, I felt it was safe because there's nothing around me. But yeah, I also tried doing a shot with the Black 13th. You can see where it's scattered. I don't really play with the gun mages much, and so was taking them through that pool there, the low water, because I thought they had Pathfinder. That is incorrect. So pretty much for this turn, I just kind of reset them on the right where they probably should have been. But they're really holding back anyway because I don't want to deal with that Stalker now. He's the bigger threat. I wasn't able to kill a stone yet because the stone shifted over, but I like my placement, and eCaine is definitely in a threatening position if Grayle comes up. So on his turn, he's going to be popping his feet and moving up. He's not going to really get too much done. He's going to kill the one advanced, or the rangers that were further up there. He's going to kill the pod, but really that's it. And you can see here he has a lot of stuff that's kind of up and in the way, but there is still a little line that goes through to his caster. I'm going to have to kill one skinwalker to get it out of the way, but he's only camping a couple, and so if I can kill that one skinwalker, move over a ranger, it should be no problem. So that's what I do. I double tap with the long gunners to destroy the objective. The Stormwall walks up and just wallops the Skinwalker. I just run up the Rangers so that 2 are tying up the Skinwalkers. The other one is up so I can get within 5 inches of Grayle. Then I can just move up here with eCaine, and he already removed his caster, but I was able to see through the stone and the forward Skinwalker to see Grayle, and then pop feet, bang, 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 he goes down. So looking at this after we talked about it, and this was a bad matchup for him. He did not really realize that I could, well, he didn't know about the feat. He didn't know that I could just ignore his stealth. So really, this wasn't a really good drop. But hey, it was a fast game, so he had time for another. So in this one here, we're really just going and doing our other lists, and I'm going to be then doing eStryker. And unlike last game, I found my Gallant, so no proxy. On his side now, he's going to be doing eBaldur, and this is probably one that, again, would have been better against the other list because you have some more bigger hitters like Getterix there. So same board, same mission. I have so many dudes. He's looking at this going, man, I don't know what I'm going to do against this. But again, he has the Druids are there. He now has the Noala and her girls. I'm trying to see what else is different. There's a Wilder. You know, there's a change of solos, what it really comes down to. And then he, of course, is going to Getterix instead of the big stone guy. But really, the plan is here is just run up and win by scenario. That's really the first thing I'm always trying to do with this. By the way, he's praying the Rangers, but yeah, I don't know what side he's going to go for, but I'm always hoping that I can go for the left side. I mean, really looking at his deployment, he doesn't really have anything much here on the left side. It's all to center to right. So I'm guessing I'm going to be pushing on the left zone, but really I'm just going to run up and see what he does to me back. So my turn, that's really what I'm doing. I have Arcane Shield up onto the Sword Knights. I have Deflection up. I have the Dirge of Mist up onto the Nis Hunters. And I'm just up in his grill. And especially I got those Rangers behind that wall because their defense is pretty ridiculous. And they can really just stall things there. On his turn, this really surprised me. A really good move on his part. The tree comes over here and does Crevasse or whatever the spell's name, where really he kills one ranger, and then he can do a spray from that ranger, and that killed 5 of my guys. So that was really deadly. What I can do now is now that they're basically ineffective, the last guy is just going to ditch, and just so he can't swap prey to something else. So otherwise, he's kind of moving up, and I really like how his beasts are behind him, because what that means is if I run up and engage, his beast will be kind of caught, as long as I kill a stone. And looking here, there's a stone up on that hill within striking range, because now what I can do is run up, pop feet, and that'll allow me to at least get a couple of guys on that stone. And really at that time, I mean, look at this. A lot of his stuff is still back, still on the right. He has the tree that is in the zone, but I should be able to kill that, and then I'll be all over this left side. So that's what I do. I upkeep Arcane Shield. I go up first with the Nis to go and shoot down the Black Cat Wayfair, whatever, the one solo that was in the woods, because I know a bigger thing that I'll need to do to make sure that he doesn't have his tricks is to kill off his solos. So they kill off that guy. Everything just really runs up. Striker comes up, pops his feet, and then with the feet move, I'm able to kill the tree. I'm able to kill, I believe it was one druid. The stone goes down, which is important, and amazingly, I actually kill a good number of the little hunter chickies here. So that's really nice, and as you can see, I am up in his grill. I have a second line of Precursor Knights just waiting, and I mean, I can't destroy the objective. That's one of the things that's bad about going first, but I'm in his grill, and it's going to be hard for him to get over here now. So on his turn, he does what he can, and really with the help of his heavies, he's able to kill off the Sword Knights that are off on the other side here, able to kill off a good number of my Storm Blades, especially with the Gorax getting up there and getting in the mix, but really he's not able to push into the zone. So this is where now I can just send in the second wave, lock him out, get the objective, and keep going. So that's what I do. I now swap over Arcane Shield to the what's his name, the Gallant. I also allocate 2 focus onto it. I put on positive charge. I actually had to move over and then velocity back over into the zone. But basically the Nist Hunters come up. They kill the Wilder. They're also just plugging things up there. Kill one of the chickies. Then I'm able to charge in with the Gallant. He does okay, but actually this is his feat right now. So Getorix was something like armor 23 or something like that. So even with positive charge, I think I did like half damage, but I wasn't even able to knock out an aspect or anything. Otherwise, the Precursor Knights charged just so I could get a couple of guys into the Gorax. Really didn't do too much damage though. The Stormblades were able to destroy the objective, kill some more of the Dryads up there, or sorry, the Druids, and yeah, Dirge of Mist, of course, back on the Nist, and now this is where he's in a lot of trouble. I just scored 3 points, and he needs to get something into my zone so that I just don't win on his turn. Plus, it has to be something serious enough that I can't just kill it. And I mean, with eStryker there, I'm pretty much guaranteed to be able to kill it. So on his turn, he starts, messing around, trying to kill some guys, and then he realizes, man, I just really can't get over to that zone. So with that, we basically just call it because we know, like, why keep on rolling the dice and killing guys for no reason just when you know you're going to lose anyway? So we call it here. One of the things I'd be interested to hear your guys' opinion on is, should I actually be trying to go second with this list? I always go first because I like to jam. I want to get in your face, and so that's why I'm always want to get first. But because I also always go for a scenario, it could also be really good to be going second. So now I'm starting to second guess myself. I mean, you see here that if I jam enough, it doesn't really matter. I can wait till my following turn. Sometimes I can even be scoring on your turn if there's nothing like here where there's an objective saying I can't score until I destroy it until that next turn. But just wondering what your guys' thoughts are. All right, game 3, and this one's going to be tougher because it's against one of my regular gaming buddies, and he usually beats me. I haven't beat him in a while. Usually, I seems like when I go against him, he's a Legion player. He's going to be running Saren and also eVayl. He almost always does eVayl. He really wanted to try out his Saren list, but I just couldn't do it. I mean, if I took the eStryker list against Saren, I would just be in big trouble. If I took eStryker against Saren, Saren goes down. So looking at the matchup, it's going to be eCaine versus eVayl, and he's always like the master of assassination, so I'm just going to be as careful as possible and try and wear him down and see what happens. So here's his eVayl. It's going to be a tier 4, and he is very practiced with this caster. So, you can have assassination vectors coming out of everywhere, so you got to always be on your toes. So otherwise, it's the same scenario. It's just, different terrain and fun stuff. And really, looking at the deployments here, again, I'm going to be going first. And so really, I like where I have all my shooters here on the left, or on the right, sorry, to deal with all of his Legionnaires and stuff. I deployed first, so I had to kind of put the storm wall in the middle to kind of cover wherever I got to go. But looking at this, most of his beasts are on the left, so that's probably where my storm wall and eCaine are going to gravitate to. But hey, if he switches over, I'll switch over too. That forest did really make it difficult for me, and because there isn't a lot of Pathfinder in this list other than the Rangers, really. And I know because he can kill the Epic Iris so easily, I'm going to have to kind of keep her back. So I get first turn. I know he has Purification, but at least I can force him to use it. So I put Arcane Shield up onto the Storm Wall. I also put True Sight onto eCaine. The Arcane Shield is actually something new in this list. I've always said, screw it, I don't really need it. But everyone keeps on saying, hey, add Junior. So here's Junior. Anyway, I'm just getting up in his face. I'm making sure to space out with the guys on the left so I don't get hit too bad with Ravagors. I'm probably a little bit too bunched up on the right with the long gunners, but I should be fine for the first turn. On his turn, he comes up, takes a few shots, kills one of the gun mages, kills two of the rangers, takes a shot at me at the right and scatters off with the Ravagor. He has Occultation up onto the Legionnaires, so I could always swap over True Sight if I needed and kill them. I didn't really think he'd be putting Occultation there, so that was kind of a derp. But for the most part, looking at this here, I really got to still start killing beasts. So my target this turn is just that Angelius that's up here in front of me. I'm going to try and kill that, and I'm probably going to need all my focus, so as much as I'd like to swap over True Sight, I just can't really do it. So on my turn, I pretty much move over the Rangers, come up with the Storm Wall, put 2 shots into him, do some pretty good damage. eCaine goes up, finishes off the Angel, and then I need a gate crash back to safety, and this is where this forest is really going to be a pain, because I'm going to need to have the gate crash into it, but then I'm going to be dealing with the rough terrain after, basically. So the Angel's dead, but yeah. I'm now in the middle of the forest. Otherwise, I have my covering fire out there. I'd go for a shot with the Black 13th, doing the big AO-14, where I was hoping to get further back, but with Occultation, it scattered more forward, so I actually killed 2 Legionnaires. I really thought I was going to be able to kill off like 5 of them, so now I probably just lost my 13th for killing 2 Legionnaires. But overall, on the right side, I'm just kind of taking positions and being ready so that next turn I can really be a lot more aggressive. So on his turn, he's able to kill all my rangers except for 1 in the back, and it fails its command test. So that kind of sucks. He also kills off a couple more of my gun mages. So that's, the stuff is starting to die here on the left. It's kind of what you'd expect. I really wanted to have my ranger still so that he could run up and give me the benefit. But the angle is going to be really hard, because with that Scythian being in the front, it's going to be hard getting line of sight to the Angel in the back. The Angel has had refuge. The Scythian has admonition. With the pot, he goes and he makes. Well, first of all, he comes up here with the Ravagor and tries to shoot down my 13th. He's able to kill 2 of them. The Legionnaires mainly have to run in because of all the templates, but then they also charge, do a big combine on Ryan from the 13th and miss. So he's forced to make a Harrier to come in and finish it. But yeah, that's really it. So I am getting kind of engaged on the right. I can deal with it because I have some Black Penny over there, but it's going okay. I just got to keep on removing these heavies. Alright, so this turn really didn't go as planned. Sorry about the blurry picture for this one here, but really this is going to be my feet turn, and I really thought that what I could do is shoot up the Angelius with, I have the gun mages, I have the storm wall, I'll then have eCaine who will be doing his feat, kill the Angelius, and then put my stronger shots into the Scythian too. I probably won't kill it, but hey, I might. This is where I really, really missed my ranger. He failed his command test again, and really what happened is gun mages go up, they miss, go up the storm wall, it misses both shots, go up with eCaine, pop my feet, I miss like 3 or 4 of my shots as well, and yeah, in the end, I was actually just able to barely kill his guy, and then have the 3 to gate crash away. So that really wasn't according to plan, but hey, what can you do? Otherwise, I have my cover firing shots up on the right. I do my black pennies and I kill off a couple of legionnaires that are tying me up. And then I go and I do a combined shot, aiming a couple of them into the pot, and I'm able to kill that. So it's really nice to have that out of the way. And really, I'm feeling fairly good. It would have been nice to do that damage to that Scythian too, but I have both Angelius down, and things are looking okay. On his turn, though, he makes a little bit of a mistake here, but he really comes back. So on the right side, he is able to kill off a bunch of my long gunners. Most of that coming from the Ravagore that shoots its shot into. I was pretty grouped up there. That was, again, I'm kind of derped there, but he's now my lung gunners. I'm down to just 3 guys. So now I'm really starting to worry about contesting the right zone. Luckily, in the games like this, it's nice actually having the objective there because it makes it a little bit harder for him to score. But I know that later on that could really be an issue. Now, what happened on the left side is, first of all, the Ravagore booster shot on Iris. Couldn't hit the 11, so he scattered off, and lucky for me. Otherwise, he puts up refuge onto the Scythian so it can go up, attack, move back, and basically that objective is going to stop me from retaliating. However, he then pops his feet and does the purification to take off Arcane Shield, which takes off Refuge. So a little bit of activation order issue there, but really what happens then, she does some obliterations into me, does some pretty good damage. Scythian comes in, I lose my entire right side, lose some of my left side as well, and yeah, so my storm wall's pretty messed up. So really now looking at this, I need to just keep on trying to contest on the right, clear out what I can, and then on the left side just keep on removing beasts. So that Scythian has to go down. So on my turn, I put 3 onto the Storm Wall. It kills the Scythian, plus with Electro Leaps, no less, I'm able to kill the objective. I actually had 1 focus left, so I could have finished it off with a punch anyway. But the big thing is that now I could have dominated, but that Ravagore. And I looked at it, and eCaine just can't really get it done, so I just tied him up with gun mages. I felt stupid after, because here's my derp, because I forgot that with the gun mages, I could just shoot him and push him out of the zone. So this is a huge mistake, because I could have dominated here, gotten 3 points instead of 1, and then he would have been in a hard spot. But what can he do? Meanwhile, on the right side, Black Penny still serving me well. Killed a couple guys there. But then going to my long gunners, I thought I could kill off the last of the Legionnaires and kill the Shepherd, but I just kept on missing. So a little bit unfortunate there, but still, things pretty much going to plan. I got no work out of eCaine this turn, but I just want to be safe, right? Like I said, it always seems whenever I'm up on my opponent, he finds an assassination vector, so I want to take no chances, be as safe as possible. On his turn, he actually surprises me and tramples over with the left Ravagore to destroy the Storm Wall, so didn't really see that coming. He had purified off the Arcane Shield and refuge back over to again to the zone on the right. He also went and destroyed the right objective with that Ravagore. He was able to kill off a couple of my long gunners, and then I failed my command test with them, so they're also scared, and he goes and sprints over to tie up Terran, and really at this point, he now scores 3, and this is where I'm really kicking myself for last turn, because this is where I'm in the position, or he's in the position that I wanted to be in. He has 3 points to my 1, and I can't really contest his zone because he'll just kill whatever I put over there. I have nothing serious enough I can put in the zone. So what I need to do is do the assassination. Now, looking at this, I can't just move and shoot, but then I remembered that another big thing you do with Caine is charge and then shoot, because he has gunfighter, so you set up something to be 10.5 or so inches away, you charge in the back, you shoot it, and then you can start shooting something else. So measuring my control range, it would work to be shooting eVayl there. She has occultation, so I'll need to be casting True Sight. She has 2 transfers, so I'll need to shoot through that too. My biggest issue is that what am I going to charge? Both of my easy targets, the Ranger and the Long Gunner, have both failed their command test, so I can't use them. Reinhold, I need the other shot, and both the Squire and Junior have the same problem where they're armor 14 with 5 boxes. So I really have to risk about charging in and not killing on the first shot and having to waste the second one. So my plan is to actually use Junior to arcane bolt the Squire, do a little bit of damage first to put the math on my side. So that's what I do. Junior does the shot, does no damage. So then Epic Iris takes a shot, cranks the damage, kills the Squire, and I figure I'm done. I don't know what else I can do, but then I start measuring my control range again, and I see that if I shift around Terran so that I'm still in melee range, I can then charge her and still have the line that I need and the range that I need. So that's what I do. Terran does some silly damage to the Harrier just cuz. I charge over, I kill Terran, I cast True Sight, I then start shooting into eVayl, and this is, I mean, my dice can fail me and I'm screwed, but I do not miss any shots, and I kill her, and there's the game. So I felt really good about this because, like I said, I almost never beat this opponent. So, and plus this is this assassination vector that I've never used before, so it's nice that I'm kind of expanding my playstyle with eCaine. But yeah, had a lot of fun. Really, this eCaine list is pretty much locked down now. I think I would like to add the dude to the gun mages, their UA, but I just don't know where I cut those 2 points. So if you have any suggestions on this list, that'd be nice. And on the eStryker list, there's some changes I want to make in there. But I have to go buy the models first. I just don't own them. So look forward to those. But either way, hope you guys liked watching these battle reports, and we'll catch you later. Bye.